Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of light and secret knowledge wherever you may be, you are listening to Points of Light Radio, the podcast dedicated to taking you past the apron and behind the closed doors of lodges everywhere. And here is your host, Stan Miller.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. Shalom, assalamu alaikum, adnastana. As always, it's a pleasure to be back with you here on Points of Light Radio and carrying on this journey of light and knowledge. Today, we're going to be shedding light on an organization that most of us have heard of, but know very little about. And that organization is the Lions Club International. Just to offer you some insight, the Lions Club International is an international service organization that was started in 1917 in Chicago, Illinois by a gentleman named Melvin Jones. He was a Chicago area business leader and Freemason. And that's strange, you know, those Freemasons, like you keep saying, always starting up different fraternal orders and clubs all over, right? Must be that service thing that they have in them, right? But today's Lions Club International is made up of approximately 1.4 million members in 49,000 different lodges, or clubs, sorry. You may recall my guest on this particular segment of Points of Light Radio. His name is David Castoe. You've seen him here before in previous segments of Points of Light Radio. And he's a member of the Lions Club in Sterling, Colorado. I haven't saw him in a while, haven't had the opportunity to fellowship with him, so I'm really actually looking forward to fellowshipping with him today. So let's go talk to Mr. Castoe. But as I always ask you, are you still thirsty for knowledge? Are you still searching for the light? Then you just trim your lamp and follow me. Mr. Castoe, welcome back to Points of Light Radio.
Yeah, glad to be back.
Been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, well, you recently joined the Lions Club in Sterling, Colorado. So
Yeah,
tell us about it. What was the experience like?
well, and the town I grew up in, the Lions Club, had their own building actually, and seemed to be always doing great things in the community. And so, when I moved here, they were ringing the bell at the Walmart for Christmas for Salvation Army, and I was like, "Hey, how do I join Lions Club?" And they said come to a meeting. So that was back last year. So I've been about almost a member for almost 1 year now in this Lions Club, and so yeah, it's been really fun. We meet at noon at the Elks Lodge. Well, that's actually changed now. When I first started, we had our own room inside the Elks Lodge, and now we have a junior college here in our town. So now we meet at the Elks Lodge here in our town is starting to close down. So we meet at the junior college.
Okay.
So
Now, but first of all, you said like you just went to a meeting, but like, what are the qualifications to join?
really, it's pretty open. You really just have to be 18 years or older. And it's open to men and women. It used to be split until I think like 2000, and then they went co-ed. They combined them for men and women both to be Lions Club. So, but yeah, you just pay your dues and you can come to the meetings. We've got tons of service opportunities. We do tons of service, and then we have meetings every Tuesday at noon.
And now you said that's the thing. You said you went to a meeting. Now, did they vote on you, or were you admitted right there, or what?
So, yeah, I filled out an application, and then you have to have another member vouch for you, basically. And then they read your petition or your application in front of the board, at the board meeting. And then the board as the ones who vote on you. So not the whole membership, but the board votes on you. And then that's when you get to become an official member. You get a vest. And this is my Lions Club vest.
I like it.
So
you're the director now.
Well, it's director just means it's really the lowest position.
Oh, okay. That's
It
fine.
just means that I'm on the board of directors for the Lions Club. I'm just one of them.
How many
There's,
members on the board?
let's see, there's probably 10 or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do as director? You just take notes?
The thing that I do is just a plain director is I just give my opinion. I go to the board meeting and I
Oh,
just give my opinion about what I think we should do or not do as they bring things up. The people that are part of the board would be like the president of the club, the vice president of the club, the treasurer, the secretary, the membership, um, the person over membership, um, and we've got a couple of other people that are like assistants to the secretary, and then there's like three of us directors basically that our job is just to sit on the board and give our 2 cents when asked.
okay. Okay. Well, are there Lions Club degrees?
There's not. There's really just offices that you can hold, and then there's a lot of offices you can hold. Especially, I went to Colorado State Convention for Lions Club this year,
Wow.
and it was pretty awesome to see. But there's, of course, a lot of district. So each state is split up into districts, and you can be a district president person, you can be a state president person, you know. So there's lots of positions. Here in Colorado, we actually have a Lions camp. So it's a summer camp for uh, individuals with mental disabilities,
Okay.
physical disability. So they get to go, and so there you can sit on the board of trustees for that Lions camp, or just all kinds of opportunities like that.
Now you went to this convention. What did you notice there about the membership? Was it older people? Like I remember when I was younger, it was mostly older people were in the Lions Club. But
Yeah, there's a lot of older people. I'm really pretty young for the most part. Even at the convention, there wasn't really anybody my age, but there was a lot of people I would say in their 50s and above. It seems like that 50s age and above is really kind of where most of the membership is. The thing that I see about Lions different, I'm a member of the Masonic Lodge or
yeah,
the Moose Lodge, all that kind of stuff. And the thing that I see is that with Lions Club, those who have the spirit of doing service in their heart are Lions. Not everybody who joins the Masonic Lodge wants to be. And I know that the Masonic Lodge isn't about going and doing service, but what I guess I'm trying to say is some people join the Masonic Lodge and they don't really want to serve at all. They don't really want to do anything. They just kind of want to go to a meeting and say call themselves a Freemason.
yeah,
And with Lions, it's like these people want to be in the community. They want to be serving. That's our motto or our slogan is we serve. And we really do. Our club here in Sterling, we serve. There's hardly a month that goes by that we don't have at least one or two opportunities that we have some kind of service opportunities.
now I was going to say that the motto is "We serve." Now, how? Now you say there's opportunities to serve in the communities. You're like, and I see another one is the goal uh, is to strengthen communities. Like, how do you achieve like strengthening a community? How do you?
For instance, one of the things we live out way rural. We live in a very rural area in Colorado. So one of the things that our club has done is we've started the first ever Parkinson's support group in Northeast Colorado.
Wow. Okay.
So that's, and we have club members who, they've set it all up with the Parkinson's Clinic of Colorado, and they run it, and they have people show up every month. And so that's things like that we do. Another thing is that, we've adopted a highway. So we clean up the highway. We put on an Easter egg hunt every year. We ring the bell for the Salvation Army at Christmas time. We do a lot of things for the blind. So Helen Keller came to a national convention for Lions Club back in like 1920, and she called us the Knights of Blindness, basically. And we were she said, you guys should tackle helping people with blindness. So we have like leader dogs for the blind. So if you're a blind person and you need a sightseeing dog, we literally pay for everything. We pay for you to go there, stay there, be trained with a sightseeing dog at any age, and bring the dog back. And then when that dog gets retired, they'll give you another one. So
Wow.
we
Yeah.
do a lot of work. We do a lot of work for another thing is glasses for kids or other individuals, but mainly kids. There was a lion here in my hometown. He actually went over to somewhere in South America. I can't remember exactly where now, but went over to South America, and he's an optometrist, and he fitted bunch of hundreds of kids with for glasses. Why he spent several weeks over there. So
And I do find that interesting what you said that the Lions is about serving the community. And I think sometimes the esoteric lodges, the members really, they don't mind serving, but they want to serve the lodge and they want to serve other members in the lodge. But
yeah,
Lions Club sounds like more along the lines of something that's going to, they reach outside the club itself to help the community. And I
yeah,
think that's good, isn't it?
yeah. And at our club meetings, we always have a program. So someone comes from the community talking about, we'll have the county commissioner come talk about how the funds roll from the state to the county to the city and how you can access those funds or how they access those funds and how they use them. We have people come talk about, my wife just gave a program about embryo adoption. Some people come and tell us about the traveling that they've done in other countries with the Peace Corps and stuff like that. So we really want to be educated. So at our programs, people come and we are educated about things going on in the community or about other things happening in the world so that we can leave more educated than when we showed up.
Yeah. And what was that like joining with your wife?
My wife's not an official member of Lions Club, but she does come to quite a bit of the stuff.
Okay,
Um,
I see.
and yeah, so but it's really fun. The ladies love my wife. They're always trying to
Yeah.
talk her. They're always trying to talk
Into
her in to
membership,
fill
I
out
hear
a
you.
application. They're like, "You already come to the stuff. You should just." But my wife does other things that she really likes. My wife is an Eastern Star, and she's
Yeah.
trying to join the Daughters of the American Revolution. So
Okay.
yeah.
What do you feel though that's done for you, and what do you feel that the Lions Club can do for others?
Being a new person in my town, I've only lived here for 2.5 years and I've been a member now for almost a year, so almost half that time. It's really allowed me to meet with people that, number one, are really good people in the community who want to serve. And number two, it's really allowed me to learn more about my community. Being able to go and hear talks about, we had one person come to do a program about the different buildings in our town and what they used to be and what they are now. It, kind of historical. It kind of made me feel more part. Now I know more about the history of our town and all that kind of stuff. So it's really kind of been a good opportunity for me to get to know individuals, good individuals in the community, as well as just get involved in the community where I live, where I'm not from. I don't have any friends or, I didn't grow up here, so I don't have any.
You don't have it helps you connect to the community,
Yeah,
right?
it helps me connect with the community. So for me, that's what it's done. And I've honestly learned a lot about the different opportunities to serve, even outside of Lions Club. It's been really interesting. So,
Well, Mr. Cousteau, I appreciate your time tonight, and all the
yeah,
best for you and your Lions Club.
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
David Castoe, brothers and sisters. Wasn't it great seeing him again? Some of our regulars on here, you kind of you really miss them when you haven't seen them in a while, right? And how did you feel about the Lions Club, right? I love what he said, Mr. Cousteau said about Lions having the spirit of service in their heart. I love that. I mean, esoteric lodges, as you've heard me say before, do a tremendous amount of service and good works. but those good works begin in-house. Brethren taking care of brethren, right? And in doing this, they can strengthen the community, right? And you maybe that's why the Lions don't have a degree system. They were never set up to be that type of an organization. This was an organization that is designed to do good works in the community, right? Those wonderful things he was talking about, helping the blind purchase CNI dogs, and their works, with their work in improving the lives of those with Parkinson's and so on. I love that, right? I also love how it strengthened Mr. Castoe's ties to the community, right? And as you've heard me say before, they've put him straight to work within the Lions Club, right, on their board. And the other thing I've said before, there's something for everyone in fraternalism. If you want that deeper, how can I say this, more esoteric experience, there are lodges and organizations that can help you achieve that. But if you wanted to join an organization where you just join and get on with your good work, that's what the Lions Club is there to help you do, right? I just love that, right? I really do. And I love the fact, based on what we've read and seen today, that it is an organization that continues to grow and thrive in the community. I think that's wonderful. And I'll leave it there. Before I go, I want to remind you, as usual, that this podcast is available on both YouTube and Spreaker. Please share, like, and subscribe when viewing Points of Light Radio on YouTube. You can follow Points of Light Radio on my Facebook page at facebook.com/Points of Light Radio. My Twitter handle is at PO Light Radio. You can see the link to my Spotify channel. You can also see the link to my PayPal link, where you can go and give a voluntary donation to this podcast, which I will use to move the podcast forward. You can also see the link to my Points of Light store. Brothers and sisters, as always, it's been a pleasure fellowshipping with you and my guest today. Until we meet again, just step into the light.